What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rome 300 back again with another video. Yes, we back again. First video for 2023, and I'm gonna hit y'all with a banger. Y'all saw the title. This is Sospiro perfume. Man, guys, Sospiro's back. Yeah, if y'all didn't know, Sospiro is back, and I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm lit for this. This company has been around for years. It's been around for over a decade, and they just announced that they're shipping back to America. Now, for those who don't know about Sospiro, I'll give you a little quick history lesson. Not really history lesson. I'll tell you what I know about them, right? So, they're from the Middle East. You can find their fragrances in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, I think also. Pretty much anywhere in the Middle East you can find them. They used to be in America. I remember maybe like 2012, 13, going to New York, hanging out there. New York was the only place you can find this fragrance house. And I was blown away just by the design. The suede bottle, I think it's suede. The unique kind of just bottle design. And we're not even just going to talk about how amazing the fragrances were. You know, I remember picking up the Duetto, love that dry rose fragrance. Waldacina. There was a whole bunch of fragrances that I smelled, and of course everybody wanted to jump on the new house, especially one that was so exclusive and unique and niche. And then out of nowhere, they just stopped selling the fragrances. In New York, the line was no longer there. You couldn't purchase it there. I think they were in other places for maybe a good 2 years, and then they just stopped sending them to America. And oh man, that was a little bummer for me because I just got into the line. But that's in the past. We have now been told that Sospiro is now available in the US. You can go online, you can purchase it, they will ship the fragrances to you, and man, I was excited. Not only do they still have some of the original fragrances from the line, they dropped at least 8 to 10 new fragrances, right? One of those fragrances were Prima Donna. Now, Prima Donna, I saw the notes, and I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out. Never smelled the fragrance, don't know what it smelled like. It was a blind buy, blind purchase, and I said, I'm gonna wear this on my birthday. Had the fragrance for a week, and I'm like, man, I really, really wanna wear this fragrance, but I held off. I did not wear it until my birthday. And man, y'all, when I tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. Upon first spraying this fragrance on my skin, I have to tell you guys, I was not expecting what this thing smelled like. It was a polarizing fragrance. It was something left field for me, and I typically do not like or wear fragrances that come off polarizing, and I'll explain that to you. The cherry note in this, in my mind, I'm thinking it's going to be this beautiful, sweet, juicy cherry note, right? Now, it does have the beautiful cherry note, but it's mixed with this vibrant, sour, kind of grapefruit vibe. So you get a little bit of sweetness from this cherry, but you also get this pungent, sweet, vibrant, sour grapefruit that mixes well, but you get that freshness from what I think is a grapefruit in the beginning. Now, the cherry note is subtle, the sweetness is there, it has this kind of syrupy sweetness to it. And for me, I was like, I didn't expect any kind of citrus notes in the opening, right? I expected the cherry to be the dominant note, but that was okay. As I'm smelling it, I'm starting to get a little bit of this kind of creamy vibe, right? Mixed with this fruit note. And immediately I'm like, oh, this is going to be a feminine fragrance. Hence the name is Prima Donna, right? So I'm like, oh man, I didn't even think about that. I just thought it was a cool name. I'm like, chill room. Just let the fragrance play out, see how it works on your skin, right? So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I'm most likely gonna give this fragrance to my wife because it's probably going to just continue being more of a feminine fragrance. I was totally wrong. Totally wrong. Now, we got this opening of, like I said, the cherry, the citrus notes. This creaminess starts to become more of a kind of milky, lactate, creamy vibe, combined with almost a whipped cream kind of effect, right? So now, this whipped cream combined with the citrus brings it more close to being a unisex fragrance, and it's more pleasant to smell, in my opinion. The opening, don't get me wrong, is not unpleasant at all. It smells really good, but it's more leaning towards a female, right? So we get about a half hour to an hour in, and I start to enjoy this more. That creaminess, that dense, kind of milky, lactate vibe gives it more of a body, right? And I'm enjoying that. It quickly goes from, now we're about an hour to 2 hours in. It comes from this fruity vibe. The creaminess is still there, it's pleasant, but now these woody tones start to introduce themselves, and I'm enjoying that. You got this kind of cedar wood. It's dry, it's heavy, it's pleasant, it has a sweetness to it still also. And for about 2 hours, we kind of trade back and forth with the creamy, the cherry, and the woody tones. And then out of nowhere, the fragrance says, hey, I got to introduce a new friend to you. I'm going to introduce this beautiful jasmine, right? I thought I got rid of just the feminine aspect. Nope. This floral note comes in, and the jasmine almost kind of hints to me a combination of jasmine and lavender, right? So now you have this floral fresh note mixed with this creamy and woody aspect, which kind of takes it on this kind of abstract, journey. And I'm enjoying it. I don't know why I'm enjoying it. I mean, all those notes you would think, oh, this is a little bit, overwhelming, but it's not. It's actually really pleasant. That doesn't stay there very long. The floral notes are there. We got about 20 minutes of that being a prominent, hey, I'm here, to now we're reaching the dry down of the fragrance. And this is where, for me, this fragrance comes alive, right? It comes alive. First, it was like, hey, how you doing? Hi, everybody. How you guys doing? To, hey, look at me. I'm here. Y'all see me? And I mean that. You are introduced to this beautiful dark chocolate note mixed with this resinous kind of, if you can remember what I said about the cherry, you thinking that cherry has that cherry juice or the cherry syrup. Now you have a combination of dark chocolate, and you take not the cherry, but the resinous juice from that cherry, that syrupy vibe, mix it with this animalistic musk that makes this fragrance super dark and changes it, in my opinion, from not being a feminine fragrance to not being a fruity, creamy fragrance to now being a dark, resinous, masculine fragrance. And that means to me that now both the women and the men can enjoy this fragrance immensely. And that's what made me say, yeah, I'm loving this. Now, this fragrance is strong. At first, it came off bright, sweet, and citrusy. And once you get about 3 hours in, 3.5, this fragrance starts to project and pump. And I mean, it pumps heavy. That chocolate note, that musky vibe, that resinous, thick, dark, just beautiful aroma is what I'm used to from Sospiro. And they did not disappoint at all. They knocked another one out of the park. I'm gonna warn you guys, this fragrance, I would definitely sample it, and I would sample it again, right? I will let it sit on my skin for about 2 days to let your body and your mind kind of absorb what it's trying to do. Because if you aren't used to very complex notes, or you're not really used to fragrances changing every 2 to 3 hours to completely opposites of one another from the opening to the end, you're going to probably not really vibe with it if you're not used to that. But guys, if you used to Sospiro and you understand how they create fragrances, you're going to love this. Now, this will lean, in my opinion, more towards the females. The females are going to enjoy this more because you get more of those fruity, creamy, sweet aspects in the beginning, right? It's, like I said, prima donna for a reason. But my guys, homeboy, you guys, y'all looking at me? Listen to me. Wait to the dry down. From the middle, the woody tone from the mid to the dry down, and y'all gonna love this fragrance. I told you I wore this on my birthday, and I'm a heavy sprayer. I put, I think, 10, 12 sprays on me, and that was probably around 11 o'clock in the morning. I didn't spray anything else at all. This thing was on my shirt until 2 days later. Put it in the washing machine, and it was still on my shirt. This is a banging fragrance. I'm telling you guys, check this one out. I'm gonna spray some on my hand, do a little old school so y'all can see the sprayer and also the oil concentration. Here we go. Wow. That's weird. Like right now, the cherry and the wood is coming out more. Oh, there we go. We got some. That's that. Oh man, that citrus note. It's crazy. All right, so if you can see that is the oil concentration. Hopefully that came out. But man, this is just fantastic. I would say time to wear this fragrance. This is definitely a late fall, winter fragrance. Nighttime, absolutely one of the fragrances that I would wear on a date with someone that you've probably been dating already, that knows that you probably wear fragrances. This is something that I think you can pull off also in the, I guess, the earlier part of the spring because of the citrus notes, because of the floral notes. I think you can do that. Given the fact that this is a Middle Eastern country, it's pretty much hot all the time there, so take that however you want. I am impressed by this fragrance. I'm ecstatic that they are now in the US, or they're not in the US yet, but you can ship to US, you can ship internationally, and that's just exciting to me. This fragrance house is one of the best niche fragrances out, and you guys gotta get your hands on them. I'm gonna try my best to convince some of these other boutiques to grab some of these fragrances, bring it in, so it will not only just be international shipping, we can also just have it in the US. And I would encourage you, if you want a fragrance now, check out their website. They have at least 20 fragrances in their lineup right now. Check the notes out, and if you want to buy something, get it. And I'm pretty sure they'll send you some samples. They did that for me. They sent me a few samples that I'm enjoying. And yeah, Prima Donna, man. A beautiful fragrance and something that I'm gonna cherish in my collection. I'm gonna add some more, and I can't wait to see what you guys think when y'all get these beautiful fragrances in y'all collection. All right. One more thing before I go, I want you guys to do me a favor. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Share this with your friends. This is the biggest thing for me. This year, I'm going to ask you guys to share my videos, right? Because that's the only way I'm going to be able to continue doing this, at a rate where it's beneficial to me and you guys. I give you guys these fragrance reviews. I try to review fragrances that no one's talking about. And for me to get, these companies to either sponsor me or just to help you guys get better content, I need the videos to be shared. Do that for me and I will continue cranking these bad boys out for y'all, all right? Don't forget, hit the bell icon so you can get more notifications when I shoot these videos. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, guys, like I always say, until next time, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, peace.